Brooke, so personal for you. In fact, on Monday, just a couple of hours before the episode that we're talking about went out, you were round the corner from another fatal stabbing.
Absolutely. I mean, in the place that I have grown up in again all of my life, that, you know, I don't feel safe anymore. And this is our reality. It's happening daily in broad daylight. This is life right now.
And we saw you there talking after Ben was killed 10 years ago. Did you ever think that you'd be in a situation now? I mean, after all the work you've done, after how many times you've spoken about it, when we look at the amount of knife crime on our streets at the moment?
It breaks my heart, in all honesty, because the only thing that's kept my family going these past 10 years is trying to make a difference so that it doesn't happen to somebody else's family. And, you know, 10 years on, I'd give anything to say we're in a better place and Ben's legacy has helped somewhat. And I can't say that right now.
It's, I mean, it's awful what happened to Ben. He was celebrating the end of his GCSEs. Of course, we've got students across the country doing their GCSEs now. You work with some of them as well. What do you say to youngsters about knife crime, particularly those who might say, well, as long as I'm carrying, because this is one of the misconceptions, isn't it? As long as I'm carrying, then I won't be at risk.
This is why education is so important, and that's what we set Ben's Trust up for, is to educate children. What I do try and say to young, it's such a waste of life. It's a waste of their life. It's just such a waste.
So, Bonnie, when you knew this storyline was coming, you spoke to Brooke, didn't you?
I did, yes. I called Brooke because I knew that she was working very closely with the writers. What I didn't know, I mean, I was told that we were covering this story. What I think is so incredible is that not only has it been dealt with such sensitivity and integrity, and also truth in the fact that it's not a post-watershed programme, but they've tried to be as realistic. We never see all the people that it affects. You know, as you were saying about, young people, they're now saying, oh, we should carry a knife. You know, because we're on a soap, because we're on a continuing drama, we're able to follow all the different people that it does affect. Even if you don't know, even if they didn't know the person concerned very closely, it gets people thinking. And what we've tried to do is very realistically and over a very long period of time, this isn't a story that's going to go away on this show. We've tried to look at the often very un-PC things that people do, the way that people respond. Mainly with Carmel, it's her personal grief, the absolute sort of spiral that she goes into completely, but also it's all the other people around that are suddenly affected. And also the fact that for everyone else, maybe life still goes on. And for her, and for the family, it will never, ever be the same. People are broken. And we're not trying to be preachy. We're not trying to say this is what you should do or you shouldn't do. Nobody knows the answers, but maybe by covering this story and covering it so sensitively and realistically, it might get somebody just thinking differently.
Well, I think that's the thing, and I suppose by laying it bare to potentially an audience who, might not have that put in front of them in another form, from the education and the things that you talk about, Brooke, that actually it might be a way of getting through to people. I guess that's the hope, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of families actually watch the soaps, and if it gets a family talking and listening, because this is the whole thing, I think people aren't being heard. I don't know what they feel they need to say, but they're acting out. That, this one moment of aggression is somewhere not being heard or not being able to show what they're feeling or something. There's so many. It's not a simple thing. It's not something that you go, we do this, therefore that won't happen. It is not simple in any way, shape or form. I don't think anyone's trying to say that, but at least how do we fix this? I don't know. But maybe we can start talking about it, and maybe through this forum, it's a way of saying, what can we do? Look what happens.
And I suppose that's a counterbalancing argument to, the claim by some that the soaps are just getting so dark at the moment. But they serve a purpose as well, don't they?
Well, life's not pretty sometimes.
Well, it's good to see you both. Thank you very much indeed. Good luck with the story.
Well, it goes on a long, long time, and I'm so glad it does.
And it gets darker, I'm sure, before it gets brighter.
Yes.
But actually, I think if it makes even, 1, 2 people think twice about it, then, what a big difference that will have made.
Wouldn't it be nice if there wasn't another headline?
Yeah,
Just one less
so much
headline.
for that.